sponsored. I'm just really excited about it. And I thought that in today's video we could read a part of the book to see like what people would write. I wanted to get the paperback, but the shipping was really pricey. So I have my Kindle here instead. And here it says, "Life like this typewriter has no backspace. Type strongly and don't look back." I really like the fact that if you type on a typewriter and you make a mistake, you cannot really fix it without it being really obvious, and most of the time you just have to start again. And it's kind of like in life, like once you make a mistake, there's really no going back, is it? At least you can learn something from the situation, I guess. Anyways, I don't know why I'm going on a tangent. But my grandmother used to have a typewriter, and when I was little I would type on it. I would just type like random stuff. Maybe I think I typed like evaluation cards for my plushies or something. But anyways, let's begin reading what we have here, okay? And I'll link the book in the description, but it's not sponsored. At morning light, the raven soars to its perch, cloaked in the dark. Watching my son try to type a single sentence is like watching a crocodile trying to do ballet. So, like here, the first sentence, I don't know if you can see, but there's like a lot of mistakes in it. And I guess the second sentence is written by the dad or the mother. My son thinks that I'm a genius because I know how to type. Finally, he is impressed with me. Monday, August 25th, 2014. With every day, school draws nearer. I don't know whether to be excited or nervous, or totally freaking out, or sort of okay, or kind of paranoid. I guess middle school will be okay. Sort of. Gosh, my middle school experience was not good, okay? And I totally could relate to whatever the child was saying in this small confession. Advice for graduates: don't do it. I'm scared I'll spend half my life deciding what to do with it, and the other half regretting that choice. That's a bit heavier and very, very relatable. Everyone has a superpower. The trick is to find it. Hello, I am very gay. Smiley face. Okay. I'm pregnant with my first child, 40 years old, and I feel life is just beginning. Hello. I spent 22 years telling her to do great things. Now that she has gone to do them, I am sad. This also almost feels like a parent writing about, just maybe, is it his or her daughter moving out, living her own life. Then it says, I love my mommy. And over there, your mother loves you. Oh, that's cute. So these are all like written by random people. Babies are so small. We want some. Maybe 7, maybe 2. Who knows? And part of how many we have depends on if he wants to have that many. He probably wants 3, being a triplet himself. The babies will be so cute though. I can't imagine why he wouldn't want 7 of them. I mean, if you want to give birth to 7 children, I mean, who is stopping you really, right? I was 4 when my dad left. Today I met him and finally reconciled. I love my family. Oh, this one is heavy. I ran into my stepsister here, and my friend says if we were related, she'd be the prettier sister. She also smells like sausage. You know, going into this, I thought that the confessions would be like way more heavier, but they're just so funny. I hope this video can maybe, brighten up your day. Dear mommy, everyone, I love the whole family, and I will love all of you forever, and I love all of your hearts forever. Have great hopes forever, and I hope your days are magical. Love, Noah. This feels like it was written by a child, not only based on the content, but Noah also spells forever with a space, so yeah, it's kind of how a child would type, I think. Anyways, we had a date night and chose to come to Literati. Please do not tell our children we came here without them. Okay, so then there's an interface, so I'll skip that for now. I'll read it later. It's talking about the life of the author and the typewriter and stuff. Anyways, well, now just read the stuff that people have written. I don't know what to say. Permanent ink holds my hands back. I love typewriters because I can type aggressively. I just want to push your buttons. Why does this thing have hashtag symbol? I mean, hashtag has been around for quite some time, so it's not that surprising. Oh, it continues. They didn't have Twitter. Hashtag weird. I mean, the hashtag had to come out of something, right? Like they just didn't make it for Twitter or Instagram. Next, what is the password? Avoid identity theft. Use a typewriter. They are much harder to hack. This confused me a little bit. It looks like a script. Fade in. Introduction, I think. Bookstore day. Man. Okay, it's like the character of a man. How did people write movies on this? Fade to black. Wasn't easy. Okay. The trick is to make sure all letters are uniform in their appearance. If you can type a Q or Z with the same force as a T or E, then you are doing pretty well. I've never thought about that. genius. So actually, I think the author in the beginning mentioned that they started putting up some of the things that people wrote up on a wall, and it became like a really popular tourist attraction. Here you can see some of it, and it's called the Wall of Fame. I don't know how well you can see it on the Kindle, probably bad. There is something simultaneously thrilling and terrifying about a blank page. It's full of possibilities, but with that is the overhanging threat of failure. Typewriter is the longest word you can spell on the top of, there's something missing, of a QWERTY keyboard. So there. That's it. I love all the typewriters so much. I had to write a dissertation on this. And it just kind of like goes into nonsense. So much more effort and no delete key. Kind of how life used to be. I think this thing is broken. I'm trying to get on Facebook, but it's not working. Okay. Fame is a social construct. Screw your wall. Okay. In person, you can pretend, but in writing, everything shows as it is meant to be. Enveloped in an envelope, these words would do no good. They might sit for centuries in a PO box, or in a box you open only when the leaves lose their last hint of green, and sit perplexed on your office floor, where you've let the stacks stack up, and think how glad you are to get to read them at all. Some of these, like, I really thought that the majority of these would be like really dark, but they're just funny. Okay. Typewriters remind us that words are sound. They make noise, like the striking of keys, the scratch of pen on paper. What have we lost now? That words are silent. Actually, when I type on my phone, I still need that like little sound of like typewriting. I'm pretty sure you know what I mean. I don't like when I type on my phone and like no sound comes out. It just makes me feel uneasy. Yeah. Okay, so next. A bookstore is larger than the universe. After all, the universe only contains what is. I like that quote. I really like that quote. I might steal it. Maybe we were brought here to explore other worlds. Reading allows us to do so. I don't even read books. Why am I here? It's literally like on the same page, probably written by the same person. Well-loved books always look the most unkept. This does not seem to be true of people. Oh wow. Oh wow. Well-loved books always look the most unkept. This does not seem to be true of people. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe one day we will write enough books and read enough words to understand each other. I hope. And then there's a photo. It says some keys are broken, like my hurt. It doesn't spell heart, it says hurt. And then there's like a heart written. here on the next page. It's okay. I want to love you like no one else can love you. Like a tree needs light, like flower needs water, like a beach needs sand. There are not enough words to describe the way you burden me. Your eyes are like wonderful August skies. And S is just like over here. I love it when you talk typewriter to me. Okay, this will be our last confession, I think. I remember the first time you said you wanted to kiss me. Cool air, long walk, warm hand. Okay. Last one. I walked in expecting to fall in love with books, not the person I walked in with. Okay, and with that being said, let's end this video. So I'm actually about 50%. Yeah, I've read about half of the book. It says 50% in, so I actually think I might do part 2 on a Patreon, but since September videos have already been decided, I guess only I can put it in the poll in October. I personally love stuff like this. You know, there are people with totally different lives, totally different experiences, age, education, and they all write something that's on their mind. I just love that concept so much, and if I would ever have a bookstore, which I don't know if I would ever, well, I would probably try to do the same thing. I would try to copy, but I don't know. I mean, I would really love this idea, and the typewriter feels a bit like more personal, or like a bit different than like a pen. I feel like it's like more serious than just a pen. I just love this idea so much. Anyways, that will be it for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, and good night, good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. Thank you to Eric, Chad, and Saintger, and other lovely patrons and members for their support. Here are some